Archangel Michael says, the time is near. The air is thick with an unseen force, and the winds whisper warnings only the wise can hear. Shadows move where there should be none, and something stirs beneath the surface of reality. Archangel Michael says, you must listen carefully. A shift is happening, and not everyone is prepared for what is coming. Those who turn away from this message may find themselves lost in the storm that is gathering. Do not ignore the signs around you. The clock ticks forward, each second bringing the unseen closer. If you feel an uneasy weight pressing upon your chest, it is because the energy has already begun to change. The veil between worlds is thinner than ever before. What was once hidden in the dark now dares to creep into the light. If you have felt a chill, a whisper, or a sense of something just beyond your vision, you are not imagining it. Type 333 to receive your blessing. Archangel Michael says, there are forces moving that seek to tip the balance. Some will fall into despair, unable to withstand the weight of what is coming. But those who stand strong, those who heed the warnings, will find protection. You may have noticed strange occurrences lately. Objects moving from where you left them, shadows stretching too long, a presence in the room when you are alone. These are not coincidences. Something watches from beyond, waiting for the right moment to step forward. Those who remain blind to this truth will not be ready when the moment arrives. But you, reading this now, still have time. There is still a way to shield yourself. Not all is lost, but action must be taken. A choice must be made, either to ignore this message and hope for the best or to acknowledge the warning and prepare. Archangel Michael says, the energies are shifting at an alarming rate. What was safe before may no longer be safe now. Even the places you once found comfort in may no longer be free of the unseen. Have you noticed how the nights feel different? How silence carries a weight it never used to. This is because the boundary between this world and the next is growing thinner. If you have felt the hairs on your arms rise without reason, if the air has felt heavy with something unseen, it is because the warning has already begun. Those who ignore it will find themselves unprepared for what is ahead. Type 444 to receive divine protection. Archangel Michael says, there are those who would dismiss this message. They will scoff and turn away, thinking themselves above the warning. But when the moment arrives, they will remember these words. There are whispers in the dark places. They call out to those who are unaware, those who are vulnerable. Not all who listen will escape unscathed. You must strengthen yourself now. The storm is coming, and only those who have prepared will stand firm. Ignoring this message will not make the danger disappear. There are those who have already felt the pull. A sudden exhaustion, a strange sense of dread, a feeling that something is just not right. These are signs, warnings from beyond. Archangel Michael says, do not allow fear to paralyze you. Fear is what feeds the darkness, what gives it strength. Stand strong, and know that you are not powerless against what is coming. There is a way to shield yourself. A way to stand firm when the shadows stretch too long and the whispers grow louder. But you must be willing to take the first step. You are not alone in this. There are those who have already felt what you are feeling, who have already seen what you are seeing. They are watching, waiting, knowing that the time is near. The night will come, and when it does, you must be prepared. Those who ignore the signs will not understand until it is too late. But you, reading this now, have been given a chance. Type 555 to unlock your divine shield. Archangel Michael says, there is still hope. There is still time. But only for those who take this message seriously. Many have ignored the warnings before. They have laughed, dismissed, turned away. But when the moment arrived, they wished they had listened. There is something just beyond the edge of your vision. Something waiting. You have felt it, even if you have not wanted to admit it. Do not wait until it is too late. This message has reached you for a reason. The question is, will you listen? Archangel Michael says, the battle is already beginning. Not in ways you can see, but in ways you can feel. The shift is happening, and those who are blind to it will not be ready. This is not a message of fear, but a message of preparation. Fear weakens, but knowledge empowers. You must know what is coming so that you are not caught unaware. The night will bring something different this time. A presence, a shift, a moment where the air will feel too still. That will be the moment you remember this message. Type 777 to receive divine guidance. Archangel Michael says, the time for doubt has passed. The time for action is now. Do not let this message go unanswered. Some will wake up tomorrow feeling different. They will not be able to explain why, but they will know. The change has already begun. The only question that remains is whether you will be ready. The choice is yours. But remember, choices have consequences. This message is a gift. A warning. A shield for those who choose to accept it. But only for those who are willing to listen. Archangel Michael says, you have been given a chance that many will not receive. A moment to prepare before it is too late. Do not waste it. The darkness does not wait. It does not hesitate. Neither should you. The night will come, as it always does. But this night may be different. This night may bring more than just shadows. When you close your eyes, will you feel safe? Or will you wish you had listened? Type 999 to seal your protection. Archangel Michael says, the message is not yet finished. There is still more you need to know. The air around you carries an energy, a vibration that is shifting, pulling, changing. Can you feel it? There are those who have already sensed something is different. They have noticed the way time feels slower at night, the way certain places seem heavier than before. It is because the unseen forces are growing restless. Every night, the veil grows thinner. Every moment, something moves beyond the edge of sight. And soon, those who have ignored the signs will see what they never believed possible. Type 111 to strengthen your connection to the light. Archangel Michael says, you are not alone. Even now, others are feeling the same unease, the same strange pull of energy in the air. They, too, are searching for answers, for protection, for guidance. There are whispers in the silence. You may have heard them when the world is still, when everything seems too quiet. A voice calling, an echo that does not belong. This is no coincidence. The presence that lingers in the dark places is not always seen. It does not need to be. Its presence is felt in the chills down your spine, in the way shadows seem deeper than they should be. But there is still time. Still a way to protect yourself before it is too late. You have been given a warning, heed it now before the night comes again. Archangel Michael says, the ones who ignore will be the first to fall. They will dismiss, they will doubt, they will turn away, until it is too late. Do not be one of them. You have already begun to notice the shift. The small, unexplainable things that others ignore. The patterns in time, the weight of unseen eyes, the way certain places feel different now. Nothing happens without reason. The energy around you is shifting for a purpose. The question is, will you choose to understand it, or will you let it consume you? Type 222 to receive angelic protection now. Archangel Michael says, something is coming. Something that will change everything. The air is charged, waiting, preparing for the moment it arrives. Those who are prepared will stand strong. Those who are not will be caught in the storm. This is not a warning to be ignored. Even now, the signs grow stronger. The way animals react to unseen things, the way lights flicker without cause, the way your own mind feels unsettled without explanation. These are not coincidences. There are those who already feel it. They wake up in the night, feeling watched. They step into certain places and sense something just beyond their reach. They know, deep down, that the shift is already happening. Archangel Michael says, the darkness feeds on fear. But fear is not the only energy it seeks. Doubt, hesitation, ignorance, these are the cracks it slips through. You must be stronger than that. You must acknowledge what is happening. You must take action now before it is too late. The night will come, and when it does, there will be no more warnings. Only those who listened will be ready. Only those who acted will be protected. Type 666 to break all dark influences. Archangel Michael says, time is running out. Each passing moment brings you closer to the event that cannot be undone. The shift is inevitable. Some will pretend they do not feel it. They will act as if everything is normal. But deep down, they know something has changed. This message has reached you for a reason. It is not random. It is not meaningless. It is a lifeline, one that many will wish they had taken. There will come a moment when the world feels different. A moment when silence carries something deeper, something heavier. When that moment comes, will you be ready? Archangel Michael says, you still have time, but not much. There is still a chance to step into the light, to strengthen yourself, to prepare before the final moment arrives. You are not helpless. You are not powerless. But only if you choose to accept the truth. Type 888 to receive divine intervention. Archangel Michael says, the battle is closer than you think. Not one of swords or fire, but of energy, of unseen forces moving between the spaces of this world and the next. Those who deny it will be caught off guard. They will see what they were never meant to see. They will feel what they cannot understand. But you, reading this now, have a choice. A choice to be among the prepared, the protected, the ones who will stand in the light when the moment comes. You are being given a gift, this knowledge, this warning, this chance to act before it is too late. Do not waste it. Archangel Michael says, the forces at work do not wait. They do not slow. They do not stop. And neither should you. There is only one path forward now, to stand strong, to prepare, to embrace the light before the darkness arrives. When the final moment comes, the choice will have already been made. The only question is, what will yours be? Type 999 to seal your protection and step into the light. The final warning from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael says, the time is almost here. The shift is happening faster than expected, and those who are not prepared will feel its full force. The air is already charged with energy, a vibration that hums just beneath the surface. Do you feel it? There are signs all around you, messages hidden in plain sight. Some have already started noticing them, while others choose to ignore. But ignorance will not stop what is coming, and denial will not grant protection. Something ancient stirs beneath the surface of reality. It watches, it waits, it whispers to those who are unaware. And soon, it will step forward. Type 000 to break all negative cycles and receive divine favor. Archangel Michael says, this is not the first warning. Those who have been paying attention have already sensed the shift. The feeling of unease, the restless nights, the strange patterns that seem too perfect to be coincidences, these are all part of the message. Even those who refuse to believe have begun to feel it. The weight in their chest, the unexplained exhaustion, the sense that something is just off. They do not yet understand, but soon, they will. What is coming cannot be stopped, only prepared for. And only those who choose to prepare will find themselves safe when the final moment arrives. Archangel Michael says, you were led to this message for a reason. Nothing happens without purpose, nothing appears without meaning. This is your chance to listen before it is too late. The ones who ignored the warnings before have already faced the consequences. Some vanished without a trace. Others speak in hushed tones about the things they have seen, the things that watch from the dark corners. But you still have time. Not much, but enough. Enough to take action. Enough to prepare before the final seal is broken. Type 1010 to align yourself with the divine and reject the darkness. Archangel Michael says, you must listen now more than ever. The night ahead will not be like the ones before it. There will be a moment, a shift, a silence deeper than usual, a feeling of being watched. When it happens, do not ignore it. Do not brush it off as imagination. It will be real. It will be the final sign. Some will hear footsteps where there should be none. Others will feel a breath against their skin when no one is there. The veil is almost fully open, and what lies beyond is reaching out. The moment it crosses over, those who are unprotected will be the first to feel its presence. They will know, in an instant, that they should have listened. But by then, it will be too late. Archangel Michael says, "You are not powerless. You are not without protection. But you must claim it before the darkness fully takes hold." The unseen is no longer content with staying hidden. It has watched long enough. It has waited patiently. But now, it is time. Type 1111 to receive your final blessing and be shielded from harm. Archangel Michael says, there are choices to be made. Some will choose wisely, and they will find safety in the light. Others will hesitate, waiting until the last second, only to realize that the last second has already passed. You have been given every opportunity to prepare. Every warning has been placed before you. Every sign has been clear. What happens next depends on the choice you make now. Those who have felt the shift know this is real. They have seen it in the patterns, in the strange occurrences, in the way time itself seems to stretch and bend. The final moment approaches. The darkness waits for its time. And when it comes, only those who have listened will stand in the light. Type 1212 to receive your final seal of protection and step into the divine path. The final hours, Archangel Michael's last warning. Archangel Michael says, we are now in the final stretch. The energy has reached its peak, the unseen forces are at the edge, and time is slipping away faster than before. This is the last call, the last warning before the shift is complete. There are those who have ignored every sign, brushing them off as mere coincidences. But there are no coincidences anymore, only messages from beyond, only signals that the moment is near. If you have felt it, then you already know the truth. This night will not be like the others. It will be heavier, thicker, filled with something unseen but deeply felt. When the silence grows too deep, when the air feels electric, when your skin prickles for no reason, know that it has begun. Type 1313 to receive the last shield of divine light. Archangel Michael says, not all who read this will take it seriously. Some will scroll past, laughing, dismissing, pretending that they are untouchable. But when the moment comes, when the air stills and the shadows stretch, they will remember. The ones who listen now, the ones who take this seriously, they will be the ones who stand strong. The ones who prepare will not fall into the abyss that waits beyond the veil. They will hold on to the light, protected from the forces waiting to break through. You have already felt the effects of what is coming. The headaches, the strange exhaustion, the feeling of being watched when alone. These are not simple occurrences, they are the last warnings before the final event. The ones who vanished before ignored the signs. The ones who doubted before had their doubts shattered when they saw what was never meant to be seen. Do not follow in their footsteps. Do not become another name whispered in fear. Archangel Michael says, the final key is about to turn. The doorway between realms is thinner than ever before. The forces beyond are no longer waiting. They are moving, creeping, stretching toward the physical world. Some have already seen the signs. Shadows darting in the corners of their vision. Whispers carried by the wind when no one is there. A name being called in the distance, only to find no one nearby. Type 1414 to seal your spirit against the darkness. Archangel Michael says, your time to choose is running out. Soon, there will be no more warnings, no more messages, no more time to prepare. The moment will arrive, and those who have taken this seriously will be the ones who remain untouched. Some have already encountered the presence. They have woken up at the exact same time every night, feeling as if someone was there with them. They have walked through a room and felt the air change, pressing against them like a heavy weight. These are not tricks of the mind. These are not mere coincidences. The forces beyond are making themselves known, slowly stepping forward into your reality. If you do not act now, you will not be ready when they arrive in full. Archangel Michael says, fear alone will not protect you. Ignoring this message will not erase the truth. The ones who accept, the ones who prepare, they will find safety. The ones who mock, who hesitate, they will be left exposed. The air will feel different tonight. The silence will carry weight. The moment will come when you will know, without question, that the shift has begun. And by then, the choice will have already been made. Type 1515 to stand in divine protection before the final hour. Archangel Michael says, listen closely now. This is not a test. This is not a game. This is real, and it is unfolding right now. You are not reading this by chance. This message has reached you because you are meant to see it, meant to prepare, meant to make the choice before it is too late. The forces that wait in the unseen are closer than ever before. Some have already felt their presence. Some have already heard the distant echoes. But only those who act now will be safe when they step forward completely. This is the last message, the final moment before everything changes. When the shadows shift, when the whispers grow louder, when the air itself feels alive, remember this warnings. The moment is almost here. The final seconds are ticking away. What you do next will determine everything. Type 1616 to claim your last divine shield before the veil fully opens.